This ain't time for no stupid fucking Christmas hat. This is serious shit. These are the nominees for the 2019 Game of the Year Awards, or just the Game Awards, by Jeff Keighley, originally the VGA Awards. And let's get serious. These are pointless. There are so many more people who aren't actually playing games the year they come out, especially because of things like the Epic Games Store, where there are people who will not play it until it comes out on Steam the next year. So there are plenty of people who will be like, oh, this is my game of the year next year. Like, for instance, for me this year, I played Spider-Man, and I thought it was fucking amazing, and that would be my game of the year for this year, even though it came out last year. So yeah, I mean, the majority of people don't finish games anyway, so I guess it's nice to give the platform to people who really deserve it. But as we go down this, you're going to see there are many games on here that don't deserve it. I've only had a quick peek at these. I'm going to be doing this as a go. The Game Awards are tomorrow. And so, let's see. So for the Game of the Year, we have Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Super Smash Bros., and The Outer Worlds. So, let me say this. Let's go! These 5 here do not even deserve to be on here. Like, I think it's been a bit of a shit year. Like, where's Days Gone? Days Gone probably deserves to be there, at least. If these games deserve to be here, then Days Gone deserves to be here. Let's be honest. Control, I played that for a little bit. I refunded it. That's how much I really didn't like it. And I love Alan Wake, but I was so annoyed with how often the game made you stop and look at fucking collectibles. There was a collectible every 2 seconds. It really reminded me of Rise of the Tomb Raider, where every second there was another fucking audio log that you had to listen to. So I was so pissed with how often the game basically just took control away from you. Death Stranding. This goes to my point of being, most people don't even, a lot of people play the game like the next year or years to come. Death Stranding, it is out on PC next year. I will be playing it then. So, also, does anyone feel like there's a bit of a conflict of interest going on with Jeff Keighley and Kojima? I know that he obviously doesn't decide what gets Game of the Year, but surely he has some involvement in what the nominations are going to be, or what the nominees will be. Resident Evil 2. This was probably my Game of the Year until I realised that I beat it. I was so shocked at how short the game was. I'd never played the original, because I don't even know when the original came out. I might have been like 1 or 2. I was loving this game until I beat it in like 6.5 hours, and I was really disappointed. I was surprised at how bare bones it was, and how little there is in the game. I guess it's good for people who like replayability, who replay through their games over and over again. But for me, that's something like Dark Souls. I've played through Dark Souls 20, 30, 40, 50 times. And this is not that for me. I guess, you know, it's a speed run type of game, but I loved this game until I beat it. And then I had a much lower view of it after that. And for me, it has very little replay value. And playing through it, I played through it again as Claire, and it was cool to see the different bosses and, you know, the slight variations, but it wasn't enough to really replay through it, in my opinion. Oddly enough, the Resident Evil 3 remake was just announced, so hopefully that game is a lot more substantial. Well, the original was, so hopefully Resident Evil 3 was more substantial, so this one will be more substantial as well, hopefully. So yeah, loved it, and then I was disappointed when I beat it. So yeah. Sekiro doesn't deserve to be here, because even though I loved it, it should not have been released in the state that it was released in. The hitboxes were just the worst I've ever seen in a From Software game, And considering they've had so many attempts at it, I find it disgusting that they released it in that state, especially when, like, Jedi: The Fallen Order had basically perfect hitboxes, and they've never done anything like that before, so I think it's embarrassing for From Software personally. Super Smash Bros., didn't that come out last year? Let me check. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It came out last year. I guess because the Game Awards is so far at the end of the year, they missed it last time, I guess. I haven't played it. I'm not a fighting game person, so I couldn't say. I know it's got a shit ton of content and an insane amount of characters, but it is basically just a port of the Wii U version. So yeah, The Outer Worlds. That's what you're getting. It's The Outer Worlds. It's The Outer Worlds. It's got to be. And that's the only one that deserves to be there. Yeah, it's the only one that deserves to be there. So yeah. Action game. Apex Legends. I haven't played it. I don't really care for Battle Royale games. The only one I've played a decent amount is PUBG, and I actually quite like that, even though I haven't played a lot of it. But yeah, maybe I'll try it at some point. Astral Chain, pretty good game, pretty cool game. One of the best looking games on the Switch. Definitely a look if you play, if you want to play, if you like Bayonetta, because it's pretty stellar. And it reminds me a bit of going around the police station. Kind of reminds me of Dead Rising 1. It's been so long since I played Dead Rising, but back in Dead Rising, I think it's like a security place. It kind of reminds me of that, like the police station in Astral Chain. I really like that bit. Call of Duty, haven't played it, didn't buy it, doesn't really deserve to be there. Devil May Cry 5, I need to play that. I need to play it, but I've never played a Devil May Cry game apart from the crap one that came out in 2013. I did not like that. I really didn't like that. Gears 5 does not deserve to be here because of the fucking disgusting way it was released and a disgusting fucking microtransaction bullshit and literal advertisements in it from like the Terminator. It's fucking disgusting. Shouldn't be there. Rant. Metro Exodus, another fucking game that isn't out on Steam until next year. And that's when I will be playing it. So yeah, what's this? Can I go? Oh, I thought there was going to be more. So for me, it's going to be Astral Chain. Action adventure game. Aren't these like the same? So Borderlands 3, very good game. For me, on par with Borderlands 2 when that released. Borderlands 2, I would say, is better now because of all the content that was added to it. Hopefully, in a year or two, Borderlands 3 will be at the level that Borderlands 2 is at, just because of all the additional content. Death Stranding, so Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I was going to buy it until they fucking... Until I saw that it was 50 quid. 50 quid for a fucking Game Boy game, for a remake of a Game Boy game. Was it a Game Boy game? I think it was a Game Boy game. So I would have bought it if it was £25, but £50 Nintendo tax, it's a joke. In my opinion, I couldn't justify buying it for that price. So for me, it's going to be Borderlands 3. Art direction. This is interesting. I mean, Control, maybe I could see that being a nominee. Death Stranding, though, not really. So, Gris, I know very little about that. It's got to be said. But it has got a pretty cool art style. See, why Control, Death Stranding, and Sekiro? I don't think they should be on here because they've just got kind of your generic, realistic kind of art style. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Never heard of it. The Legend of Zelda's Link's Awakening. I will come back to that. And I will look at stuff. I will look at YouTube videos and see what I like the most, I guess. Audio design. Huh. Why? They're all the same nominees. I don't like that. Some fucking variety, please. What the hell? See, this tells me that the AAA game industry is not really for me anymore. The games I want to play, I'm looking for in the wrong place. I need to be looking in like the indie scene, because none of these games are really for me anymore, apart from like Sekiro. Resident Evil 2 had very good audio design. Oh, it's a tricky one. It's either Sekiro or Resident Evil 2 for me. Call of Duty had... I played the beta and alpha for Call of Duty. In the alpha, the guns sounded amazing, and then when I played the beta, they sounded like the guns sounds had been nerfed, so that was disappointing, because when I played the alpha, I thought the audio design was amazing, but now I don't think it's anything special. I don't know what they did to it. I feel like they really nerfed the sound effects in that game. I'm going to give it to Resident Evil 2. Community support. Huh. You know what? I'm going to say Fortnite. I hate Fortnite, but fuck me, do Epic do an amazing job of like keeping people interested in that game. They do some amazing stuff in there. Destiny 2, Bungie can fuck off. Respawn had a bit of a hard time with Apex Legends after the insane like success they had at the start, and then it was a bit of a bleh. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is pretty amazing considering how long it's been going. But for me, I'm going to give it to Fortnite. Personally. Even though I hate Fortnite. Content Creator of the Year. I don't know any of these people. So that really shows you how out of touch I am. Shroud. Shroud's the only one I know. I'll give it to Shroud then. I'll give it to the only one I know. Esports coach. I don't know anything about esports. I abstain. I plead the fifth. Esports event. I don't know anything about esports. Why is there so many esports things? Esports game of the year. Fortnite being an esport. That's fucking hilarious. Are you having a laugh? Fortnite should not be... You shouldn't be there. And Counter-Strike's got some weird things with like the hit detection that can really fuck you over. That needs to be fixed. I'm going to abstain from all these esports things, I think. Because I know nothing about esports, really. Oh my god! How many? Right, so let's have a look. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, let's try that again. I cannot count properly. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So there are the same amount of esports awards as there are for like games. Like the normal game categories. Wow. I guess family. Oh, here we go. There's more at the bottom. But how can there be 6 things for just esports? How is that? How is that? The esports is not the game. Esports is not a game. Wow. I thought it was called the Game Awards, not the Esport Awards. That's ridiculous. Oh, every fucking family game is a Nintendo game. I'm going to give it to Yoshi's Crafted World. Fighting game. I don't play fighting games. But out of what I've played in the past, I like Mortal Kombat and Injustice. I've heard Jump Force was pretty bad. So why is that even there? Dead or Alive 6 being there? I mean, there aren't enough fighting games that come out in a single year, I don't think, for there to be a category of it. I'm going to give it to Mortal Kombat. Fresh indie game. Oh, it's got to be Goose Game. It's got to be Goose Game. It's gotta be Goose Game. Although I have heard amazing things about Ford Disco Asylum. Presented by Subway. You know, I've never had a Subway in my entire life. Oh, My Friend Pedro is actually a really good game. I just wish they would have cut the sewer bit out of it. If the sewer bit wasn't in there and then they added a few levels to the other parts of the game, it would have been like a perfect game. But the sewer level really halted the pace of the game, in my opinion. Especially considering the sewer has the most amount of levels in it. So that was a bit disappointing. But My Friend Pedro, very cool game. I recommend checking it out. I'm going to give it to the Goose. It's got to be the Goose. Game Direction. Award for outstanding creative vision and innovation. Why is Sekiro on there? It's just Souls again. It's just Dark Souls. It's got the same fucking gameplay style. It's got less variety in the gameplay because you can't choose your armor, can't choose your weapons. And it's got the same story as the Souls game. The cycle happens over and over again. So this is tricky because I haven't played the Outer Wilds, and I've heard that's pretty cool. Can I responsibly give it to a game I haven't played? Because I even know it, because I've heard good things. Simply because I don't want to give it to the other four. How can you have creative vision and innovation for a remake? For a remake! Innovation. A remake. That's madness. I think... Oh. The Outer Wilds probably deserves it out of all of them, but I haven't played it. Control? I'm going to come back to that one. Games for Impact. See, Life is Strange shouldn't be on here because it's not a fucking game. It's not a fucking game. I refuse to believe it's an interactive story. It's not a game. It's not a fucking game. Just like The Walking Dead wasn't a game. They may be amazing, but they're not games. They're interactive stories. Concrete Journey, I need to play. I need to play Concrete Journey, especially because it's a budget-priced game. I haven't played any of these. I can't. I have to. I plead the fifth. Independent game. It's got to be the Goose. 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 Mobile game. I don't play mobile games. Can't do that, I'm afraid. Oh, God. It just goes to show you what a fucking shit fucking year it's been for games, if these are the nominees. Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty, Tetris 99, and Tom Clancy's The Division 2 should not be anywhere near a fucking Game of the Year category. And Borderlands 3 I wouldn't call a multiplayer game. It's a co-op game, it's not a multiplayer game. I guess co-op is multiplayer, but you know what I mean. When I think of multiplayer, I think of PvP. And Borderlands 3 doesn't have PvP. I guess you could duel people, but still. And I haven't played Apex Legends. I don't think any of these games deserve it. I really don't. I don't think anything deserves it, so I'm gonna... Not gonna vote. It's got to be the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds has... pretty amazing characters, well, it's Obsidian. They do amazing writing, but I've heard A Plague Tale: Innocence is up there as well. Very, very good. Death Stranding should if Hideo Kojima doesn't even know what Death Stranding is about, then why the fuck is it on here for a narrative award? That's ridiculous. Control could be. Very cool way of telling a story, Control. But narrative and writing are two different things, I think. You got narrative, storytelling, writing. I feel like they're all I feel like... If it was writing, it would be The Outer Worlds. But storytelling... could be Control. You know, depending on how you word something, it can really change what the category means. But I think I'm still going to give it to The Outer Worlds. Ongoing game. Destiny 2 should not be on here. How is Destiny 2 anywhere near this? Final Fantasy 15. Or is that 14? I don't know what the Roman numerals mean. It's got to be Fortnite, surely. Even, like I said, you can still appreciate it even if you don't like something. So... Huh. Ashley Birch for Bavati from The Outer Worlds. Role-playing game. Well, it's got to be The Outer Worlds. Iceborne isn't even out on PC until next year. Why is it here yet? This is why not releasing everything on the same platform at the same time is so fucking stupid, because it makes things like this way less important, you know, and it's supposed to be a celebration. And then, like, when half the people haven't even played it yet because it's not out on their platform, it really lowers the mood. The Outer Worlds. Score and music. Huh. I mean, Cadence of Hyrule is basically a game that is driven around the music entirely, so shouldn't it be that? What games have really good music this year? I don't know. I feel like a lot of games don't have very memorable music. Borderlands 3 had good music. Very good combat music. But I don't know if it's memorable, but it had good combat music. I think I remember that because it's the first Borderlands game to have good combat music, and it's not the one I don't just immediately turn off. I'm just trying to think of other games that maybe deserve it, and I can't, because I don't think music really stands out a lot anymore. It's more in like the retro indie games. Like, yeah, I can't really think of any game that has amazing music personally that I've played. Astral Chain, pretty cool music. I really like the music in that game, especially the intro was awesome, and that's not here. It's funny, I haven't played any of these games. I'm gonna abstain. Sports and racing game. Right, so it would have been Crash Team Racing until they introduced the microtransactions, and then I uninstalled it from my PS4 because that was fucking disgusting. Putting microtransactions into a remake of a 20-year-old game. How fucking disgusting are they? And that's the only one I've played as well. Because Formula 1 is just a bit boring for me. Sports racing game. Why are they combined? That's stupid. And Dirt Rally, I don't actually like. I don't think Dirt's been good since 2. And with Dirt, I count Colin McRae as well, and I don't like Dirt anymore. I don't like Dirt Rally. I own Dirt Rally. I don't like Dirt Rally. I don't like Dirt 4. For me, Dirt and the Colin McRae series died with Dirt 3, and it just went into a different place that I don't like. I would give it to Crash Team Racing if they hadn't have put microtransactions in it. Strategy game. I don't play strategy games, even though I need to. Where's, like, Planet Zoo? And, like, Planet Coaster and stuff like that. Is it called Planet Zoo? Let me check. Yeah. Where's Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster? Where are those games? Huh. So, I'm going to abstain, I guess. VR or AR game. I haven't played any of these. The only VR games I've played: Doom, played Robo Recall, I played Lucky's Tale. I haven't played a lot of VR games simply because it's such a hassle to set it up and I can only play for about an hour before feeling rough. And I haven't played No Man's Sky in VR. I should play that. And Beat Saber, I mean, Beat Saber's probably gonna win, and probably rightfully so. Blood and Truth, isn't that for PS4? That's the problem, is that VR is an accessory. If VR was its own separate thing, like the Quest, I think, which I think has done quite well. If the main VR wasn't an accessory, then yeah, I could see it having its own category. But because it's an accessory, to me, VR is like what a steering wheel is, or you know, a joystick, or a fighting stick for a fighting game. It's an accessory, you know. Yeah, yes, it's way more advanced than that, but it's still an accessory for a PC or a console. It's still an accessory, so I'm gonna have to abstain. I can't. Personally, I can't feel good about giving a vote to something that I haven't played. So yeah. So I feel like going through this really shows you how crap of a year it's been, or the games that should be on here aren't. So yeah. I mean, so the Outer Worlds probably isn't gonna win. I reckon it's either Smash Brothers or Resident Evil 2 are gonna win on that one. Action game, I reckon Devil May Cry 5. I reckon action adventure game, possibly Legend of Zelda. Maybe not, because it's a remake, so maybe Resident Evil 2 for that one. Art direction, it feels a bit unfair to put these two indie games in with these, because a lot less people are probably going to know these compared to these. So I don't know who would win that, personally. Audio design, maybe Control, maybe Resident Evil 2. Community support will probably Fortnite, because it's just the bigger thing. Maybe, I don't know. Content Creator of the Year, I don't know, because I don't really know any of them. And esports, I'm completely lost on. Screw that. Family game will probably be a Nintendo game. Fighting game will probably be Smash Brothers. Fresh indie game, I think it's pretty evenly matched, personally. See, look at this. Look at this. Look at all these amazing indie games, right? And then you go up to here, and you're like, oh, I could take or leave, like, all of these, apart from the Outer Worlds. But then you go to the indie games, and you're like, all of these are fucking amazing. So, the AAA game industry is just a bit shit at the moment. I think this generation has been bad, and I hope it's been a real, you know, I hope they're going to learn from it. Hopefully. Fuck me. For the next generation. Because if it continues on like this, I will be very depressed and disappointed. So, game direction. I mean, it shouldn't be any of these four. Personally. Well, I guess it will probably be Death Stranding, because it's got a vision, maybe, and it's got innovation, even though it's just a postman simulator, so who knows. Games for impact will probably be Life is Strange 2, I reckon. Independent game, again, could be any of these, because they're all pretty fucking amazing. Mobile game will probably be Call of Duty Mobile. Multiplayer game will probably be either Apex Legends or Modern Warfare. These are just my guesses now. Narrative, The Outer Worlds, or A Plague Tale: Innocence, maybe? Ongoing game, I'm guessing Fortnite, because of, again, the insane popularity of it. But then again, a lot of kids play it, and will kids go on here and vote? Probably not. Interesting. And performance could be anything. Could be anyone. Could be anyone. Could be anyone. For me, because I know Ashley Birch, and I didn't know it was her. So for me, that's a good thing. It's like when I played Fallout New Vegas, and I played Fallout New Vegas for years without knowing that Veronica was Felicia Day, which to me is probably more of a credit to the game that I was so immersed into the game that the voice I didn't go, oh, I know who that is, and it take me out of the game. That's probably credit to the game for that. Role-playing game. It's the Outer Worlds. It's got to be, surely. Score and music. Probably Kingdom Hearts, I reckon. Sports racing game. See, I think it's unfair as hell to put sports and racing games in the same category, because the sports games are probably going to get way more attention. So it's probably just going to be FIFA. Strategy game will probably be either Anno or Total War, maybe. And VR game, I mean, if it's not Beat Saber, I will eat my Christmas hat. So that's the nominations for the Game Awards. For me, it just puts into perspective how out of touch I am, I guess, with the game industry, or how out of touch the Game Awards are with what people actually like. Or it shows me that I am playing the wrong games and I should be playing different or looking elsewhere for my games. So, yeah. And get rid of all the fucking esports. It's the Game Awards, not the Esport Awards. God damn it. Grown man gets angry at Game Award selections. Game Award nominees. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the actual Game Awards, which is... What time is it actually? Can we see? 12/12/19. What date? What is date? Oh, the Green Day are going to perform. Churches, I like Churches, and I like Green Day. Huh. I like Churches a lot. Churches seem to be the go-to band for game stuff. For like making a theme song for a game. So yeah. Player vote. What is this? Round 1. 8 nominees. What the fuck? Okay. Huh. What is this? So I missed a vote, apparently. Vote for your nominee every day and find out who wins live. Vote for... What? Player's voice. I don't know what this is. What is this? I have no idea what this is. I guess it's just... I have no idea. I don't know what this is. So, Smash Brothers will probably be Game of the Year from how many votes it's got here. Wow. I hate Nintendo. And I hate Nintendo fans. So, they, in my opinion, they, don't deserve it. Nintendo are arseholes. I hate Nintendo for what they did to the Wii U. I love the fucking Wii U. I love the Switch, but I hate Nintendo. I hate Nintendo, and they don't deserve anything, in my opinion. They don't deserve your money, and they don't deserve any fucking awards. Fuck Nintendo. I hate Nintendo. I just have a fiery rage of hate for Nintendo. I just really, really don't like Nintendo. I really don't like Nintendo. Vote for my nominee. Like, Star Wars shouldn't be there. Where's the fucking Outer Worlds? Did I miss the Outer Worlds? Oh no! Oh, I only got 3%! Oh, it's not going to get Game of the Year at all. No! You idiots! This is why I hate games. Because people don't play the good stuff. I guess it is I guess it's a niche title, and I guess because it's on the Epic Games Store, so they fucking doomed themselves. Do they get a second chance next year when it comes out on Steam? That would be good. That would be nice. Oh, yeah, I didn't realize this was a thing. It was yesterday, I missed it. Fuck. None of these deserve it. What was there on the Beat Saber? I guess could be there. Disco Asylum, yeah. Grand Theft Auto Online. That's a fucking joke. That's disgusting, that game. So, 1, 2, 3. 3 or 4 games deserve to be there. Huh. And maybe Astral Chain. So 3 or 4 games. Only 3 out of these 16 games, I think. About 16, maybe 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. About 20, 24, 25 games. Only 3 or 4 of them deserve to be here. Where's Days Gone? How is Days Gone not here? Like, for narrative. Fuck me. Yeah. It's really confusing and baffling. Especially because Days Gone, I guess because it was earlier in the year. But Resident Evil 2 was really early in the year. But Days Gone sold really well, I believe. So why isn't this here at all? You would think it would at least get recognition just because of how many people played it. None of these games deserve it. None of these games deserve it, apart from like Astral Chain. Astral Chain will be there for me. And that's it. None of these games deserve it, in my opinion. I think remakes and remasters should not be allowed on Game of the Year awards, personally, because I think that's kind of cheating, personally. So, I guess that's it. I guess that is it for Game Awards voting. Day 3 is the 11th, which is today. It's currently today, but it's starts in 2 hours because I'm doing this early in the morning. So yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order got a strong start. I feel like there may be some Russian involvement going on here to get that to 100%, considering the voting hasn't even opened yet. But yeah, tell me what you think should have been here, or what you think your Game of the Year is, or tell me if I'm insane. I reckon Nintendo people will tell me I'm insane for not playing Smash Brothers and saying I hate Nintendo, even though I love the Switch and the Wii U. I just hate Nintendo and what they've done to stuff. I hate Nintendo out of principle more than anything else. And tell me if I'm out of touch, or if you agree with the fact that most of these games shouldn't fucking be here. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the Game Awards. Bye!